Wife?
We're going to be doing an interviewing thing on Thursday, November 10th.
Somebody wants to talk to us and they want us to talk back.
Yeah, weird, right?
Okay, yeah, so tell me more about it.
Yeah, so we're going to be having a discussion on Twitter Spaces with OK Atheists, and they host a live discussion every week on Twitter. And we will be discussing things like who we are and why we're doing what we're doing and all kinds of stuff. So also at the end of the discussion, there will be a chance for our listeners to ask us questions. So this is a great opportunity for you guys to have a chance to talk with us.
That sounds amazing. What if you don't know how the interwebs work?
You mean like me?
Yeah, I mean.
Well, if I know you, you're going to put links to the OK Atheist Twitter account so that everyone knows where to look for the live feed link. And while we can't add it to every episode, if you're interested in joining us, check out the show notes on this week's episodes, starting with Monday's episode, 1 Chronicles chapter 21.
Sounds great. I can't wait to see everyone there.
Yeah, me too. See you guys on Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Acast powers the world's best podcasts. Here's a show that we recommend.
Rat-f***ing is killing your own opposition. And I take on rat-f***ing jobs so I can get compromising material on politicians that I can use at a later date. That's rat-f***ing.
He was a political fixer who did dirty tricks for money. Now, he's decided to tell all and bring his powerful clients down with him.
He's a con man, and I think he's a pretty good con man.
Some people tell you absolutely fantastical stories, and they turn out to be true.
Rat from Canada Land Podcasts. Subscribe to it now.
Acast helps creators launch, grow, and monetize their podcasts everywhere. Acast.com.
Welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
I'm husband.
And I'm wife.
Together, we're reading the Bible for the very first time.
We grew up without religion and wanted to know what all the fuss was about.
Well, what have we learned so far?
That God is a dick, and apparently some people believe in talking donkeys?
We're not trying to pass ourselves off as experts.
Nope, we're just reading the Bible for the first time and giving our first take reaction.
If you'd like to join us in this venture, you might consider starting at episode 1.
Otherwise, jump in wherever you like.
All right, let's go read the Bible.
Yeah, let's get to it. Husband!
Wife!
Do you remember what happened yesterday?
The chronicler's a fucking liar.
He sure as fuck is.
I mean, Bathsheba, not even there.
Okay, I have a question about that. We keep saying Bathsheba, but what about the Queen of Sheba?
Oh my god, we were watching Supernatural tonight?
Yeah.
And, like, whatever, so we're watching Supernatural. And they
mentioned
had a thing about the Queen of Sheba possibly being half Nephilim. And I don't know
Not half Nephilim, total Nephilim.
Or whatever, yeah,
Nephilim. A Nephilim is half human, half angel.
Right. And apparently King Solomon wrote some tracking spell to keep track of her or something like that.
Like what
which,
the fuck?
you know, obviously could be just stretching for the show or something like that.
Of course.
But it was interesting because it was like we're sitting there watching it and we're like,
oh,
whoa, I know this story.
Yeah.
Only what? Nephilim? What?
Okay, so just to be clear then, the Queen of Sheba was Solomon and Bathsheba was David. Right? Okay.
Well, Bathsheba was King Solomon's mom.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Right.
Sometimes I forget how they're all related. You know, there's so many people.
Yeah.
I'm not great with that many people. I'm like, wait, who?
Right.
And once we move on to the next one, I just have very little memory for those who precede.
Right.
Came before.
Oh, and I got one more thing to mention tonight.
Huh.
So we found out today that we have a pastor listening to our podcast.
Oh yeah.
And apparently doing so. We didn't hear this. We heard this from like one of their parishioners or something.
Mm-hmm.
And they're listening to keep themselves sharp.
Yeah,
and
they're using
we're like,
us.
Wow, that's so fucking cool.
They're using us to stay on their toes.
I love that.
That's awesome.
I think it's awesome.
Who knew?
Anyway, so that happened.
Yeah.
The chronicler's a liar.
Yeah.
That's all I got for that.
Yeah, Chronicles is trash.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so that
moving
was
on.
1 Chronicles chapter 23.
Yep.
And today we're going to be reading
1 Chronicles chapter 24.
All right, let's go do this.
Okie dokie.
Hey, wife.
Yes, husband.
Did you know that we are now on Patreon?
Yes, because you told me, but also, no, tell me more.
So we're on Patreon now.
Are we?
We are. And our supporters can go there and support us. And we have multiple levels all the way up to You Killed God.
That sounds really drastic and escalated quickly-ish.
Well, no, there's multiple levels before there. So it escalates on a sliding scale of, cheap to not cheap. Oh. But, we can definitely use any amount. So, any support is always appreciated.
So what exactly is Patreon?
It's a place where you can show your support for our podcast. And
just our podcast?
Any podcast or any performer. But, we're the ones that, you're listening to right now. So maybe you should, support us. That'd be awesome.
That would be awesome. But we love you anyway.
So all you got to do is go to Patreon, look up Sacrilegious Discourse. It's actually patreon.com/sacrilegious discourse is our actual main page there. So head on over and send us some love.
Yeah. Okay, so 1 Chronicles chapter 24. But before I get into that, I have to tell y'all what I did today. It was so fucking stupid. I about broke my fucking toe.
I wasn't here for this, but kid was here.
Here's what happened. There was a water bottle on the floor, and it was empty, and I was just going to kick it into the kitchen like I do, because that's how I roll. But my foot just grazed it, and I basically missed it.
Right.
And I was like, no, that's trash. So I wound up for the big kick.
Mm-hmm.
And only I missed again because I kicked the floor. And so my big toe bent in, not backwards, but all the way in.
Yeah.
And it hurt so fucking bad. So I fell on the ground and I was laughing and crying at the same time because it was so stupid.
Yeah.
And then I kept being like, ow, and I would cry and I would just start laughing. Because I kicked the fucking ground. And then I look up and my kid had seen the whole thing and their eyes are totally wide, as wide as a plate. And they were covering their mouth
because they wanted to laugh.
They wanted to laugh, but they felt bad because
you were obviously in pain.
I was in so much pain. You guys, it still hurts. It's all swollen. So I just need you to feel sorry for how stupid I am. If it's not one thing, it's another.
Right,
okay?
Right.
Anyway, so if you too are a klutzopotamus, you're not alone.
Right.
Okay, so 1 Chronicles chapter 24 starts off with a continuation from 1 Chronicles chapter 23, the divisions and duties of, you said duty, of the Levites. Okay?
All right.
So we're continuing on. Now we're in chapter 24.
Yeah.
This
yeah.
is how Aaron's descendants, the priests, were divided into groups for service. The sons of Aaron were Nadab, Abihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar.
Didn't we just cover them last chapter?
Mm-hmm,
okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
We just got to say it again.
We have to cover them until wife remembers their names.
That will never happen.
But Nadab and Abihu died before their father.
Because they lit the fucking incense wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. I like how they're leaving that out.
Right.
Yeah. They picked up sticks on the wrong fucking day.
No, that was somebody else.
But I'm just saying, it was that kind of stupidity.
God was an asshole.
They didn't just die before their father. They were literally smited. They were smoked.
How many stupid ass things has the king since these people done? Mm-hmm. And they're like, you
right?
can live, whatever.
Right?
But they fucking lit the wrong incense and they're like, dead. God's like, fuck you.
Yep, dead. Oh, I'm sorry, but you touched the ark even though you were just trying to help. Nope,
yeah, I guess that did happen.
Smoke.
Yeah, that was something recent that was dumb.
Yep.
It's just he picks and chooses when to in the Bible. So God picks and chooses to when he's going to just smote somebody for no fucking reason.
Yeah, yeah. And I don't like it's not ours to know because it is.
Yeah,
it is ours to know.
You need to explain that shit.
Yeah.
If you're just going to kill somebody willy-nilly, you need to tell us why.
Yeah.
And not be a stupid fucking answer.
Yeah. I have a very strong sense of justice, morality, and right from wrong, and I need to fucking know.
Right.
Okay? And I need to know what the rules are so that... And I need to know that the rules, if I break one, it's not just death across the fucking board.
Right.
You know?
Well, like, okay. So, like, the reasoning behind the whole Uzzah, when he died because he caught the ark from falling or whatever, or tried to, right, is that they shouldn't have been transporting it the way that they were transporting it, right?
And they weren't Levites, so they shouldn't have
sure.
been transporting
so
it
it was
in
all
the first
it was
place.
all wrong.
It was all
but
wrong.
he chose the one guy that tried to keep it from tipping over.
Yeah.
To kill that one guy.
Yeah.
Okay. Why didn't he kill the whole transporting party?
Right.
If it was such an egregious error.
Yeah.
Like, why did he have to die?
That's what
alone?
I want to know.
Why was it him?
And it's just so willy-nilly. I'm not comfortable with nonsense.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
I don't mind. Life is willy-nilly. Shit happens and it makes no sense.
Right.
You know, like my neighbor, the poor dear, she lost her husband like a few months into COVID. So it was like 2020. 6 months later, her cat, who was her baby, died.
Right.
And now we come to find out she's got liver cancer.
Yeah.
And she is not long. I mean, she does not look good.
Right.
And I just feel like.
And she is, and to preface this, she's
sweetest
so
person.
she is religious, which, but you would never know it by talking to her.
She's not an asshole.
Right. No, she's just the sweetest person.
Yeah.
That you would ever meet, and she would, I swear she would do anything for anybody because she's just that nice.
She's just a sweetheart.
And I couldn't help but just we were walking up to go vote when we saw her the other day, and I couldn't help but just, if there is a God, fuck you. Fuck you for her.
Yeah.
She goes to church twice a week with her mom. She has been through hell.
Yeah.
And you and if there is a God, you gave her liver cancer?
Yeah, fuck you.
Fuck you after killing her husband and killing her cat.
Seriously.
Like, if you were going to do it, just do it all at once, Like,
don't make her
fucking
suffer. God.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
What is the point of that?
So to go back to what I was trying to say.
Sorry.
No. I feel like it's very important that y'all know how much we care for this woman.
Yeah.
She's just a very sweet woman and very undeserving of what's happening to her and what has happened. So, but I understand intellectually that shit happens. It's not fair. But it's not fair across the board.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
If you try to insert a God into that,
it becomes
that is anger.
Right.
Anger, not fair.
Right. Like, I want to fight the fucker.
Yeah. Like, I can accept not fair because, well, we don't know what the odds are. We don't know how it's going to turn out.
It's sad. It's sad and it's tragic, and she doesn't deserve any of that. But, there's nothing that... It's not her fault. It's not anybody's fault. It just is what it is.
It just sucks.
Right. It just sucks.
But to know that these people believe in this higher power that could actually do something about it and isn't.
Well, and think of the mindfuck from her point of view, right? Mm-hmm. She goes to church twice a week. She's very religious. To herself, keeps it to herself.
Yeah.
But she may be. There may be a part of her thinking that she did something wrong to deserve this.
Yeah.
And as she's dying, as she's dying, part of her dealing with this dying is wondering if she did something wrong to anger God.
Right.
And she didn't specifically say that. I'm putting words in her mouth.
But I mean, she might be wondering, like, did I pick up incense on the wrong day? Did I pick up sticks on the wrong day? Did I touch the ark when I wasn't supposed to? Like, what was it that made God so fucking angry that he would kill my fucking husband, my fucking cat, and now my liver?
Right.
That's just bullshit.
And I just can't say it enough. She is the sweetest person on the planet.
Yeah.
Like, she's a great neighbor and wonderful person.
Totally.
So, anyway.
Sorry, totally off track.
No, we almost kind of lost our shit the other day when we were walking up to go vote when we found that out because, I mean, that was hard.
It was really hard. It was not something we expected to encounter.
No.
And we had literally just been talking like the day before.
Because we hadn't seen her in a while.
We haven't seen her in a while. We need to stop by and check on her, make sure she's doing okay.
Yeah. I mean, she's that neighbor. She's the one that you stop by and check on because you haven't seen her or talked to her in a while.
Yeah.
We don't have, not most of our neighbors are like that.
No, she's the only one that I I don't even know the names of my other neighbors.
Right.
I know her name, and I know the inside of her house. I babysat her cat before it died.
Yeah.
And, I'm sorry.
No, I mean, it's relevant because of what it is, right?
Yeah.
It's relevant because fuck God for his stupid shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally. All right, but let's continue with this bullshit.
Yeah.
But Nadab and Abihu died before their father because they were smote, and they had no sons. So only Eleazar and Ithamar were left to carry on as priests, since God is a murdery fuck. With the help of Zadok, who was a descendant of Eleazar, and of Ahimelech, who was a descendant of Ithamar, David divided Aaron's descendants into groups according to their various duties. You said duty. Eleazar's descendants were divided into 16 groups.
Wow.
And Ithamar's into 8.
Okay.
That's a lot of descendants.
Right? Yeah.
Like, I don't think I'll have that many descendants.
No.
For there were more family leaders among the descendants of Eleazar. So he gets more groups.
Okay. Yeah.
All tasks. I have a really hard time with the SKS.
Oh, yeah?
Tasks. Can you say it?
That's because you don't like 6 either.
No, sixth.
Sixth.
Tasks. I can't.
Or sixth.
Yeah, I can't say those words.
Yeah.
I can't roll my R's either. I think my tongue is not right. I know my toe is not right.
Right. Yeah, that much we've covered.
All tasks were assigned to the various groups by means of sacred lots.
Of course, sacred lots.
Yeah, they rolled the bones.
We need to start doing things in this household with sacred lots.
Oh.
Don't you think?
I need to get some sacred
or
lots.
Or unsacred lots. Maybe we should do them with unsacred lots.
Well, there's a store in town that sells like witch stuff. You know,
yeah.
like
pagan
stuff.
That's right.
We should ask her if she
do you
has
have any
sacred lots. What about unsacred ones?
Right.
Do you have any lots?
Yeah. What kind of lots you got?
What we need some lots.
Yeah.
Sacred or otherwise.
Yeah.
Throw the bones, roll the dice.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So that no preference would be shown, for there were many qualified officials serving God in the sanctuary from among the descendants of both Eleazar and Ithamar.
Got it.
Shemaiah, son of Nathanael, a Levite, acted as secretary. Did he get patted on the ass and have to bring his boss coffee? Did he have to wear pantyhose and high heels and wear lipstick?
I doubt it.
No, I don't think he did.
Yeah.
Okay, he acted as secretary and wrote down the names and assignments in the presence of the king, the officials, Zadok, the priest, Ahimelech, son of Abiathar, and the family leaders of the priests and Levites. I'm so sorry, but this is kind of boring.
It is a bit.
The descendants of Eleazar and Ithamar took turn casting lots. They're casting lots and I'm bored.
They're taking turn casting lots?
Yeah.
Okay.
To see which group gets what
job
and duty and task.
I gotcha.
Yeah. Like, a story that's about them casting lots should be so much more interesting.
You think?
Yeah.
Isn't this just basically like drawing names?
Yeah.
Basically. I mean, I'm just saying, like, how is that interesting?
You're right.
Like, it just sounds better than drawing names, casting lots.
It's true. They pulled names out of a hat.
Right.
You're right. The first lot fell to Jehoram. Sorry. The second lot fell to Jediah. The third lot fell to Haram. The fourth lot fell to Seoram. The fifth lot... Oh, Jesus Christ. This goes all the way.
Nice.
All the way.
Nice, yeah.
The fifth lot fell to Malkijah. Mm-hmm. It's lots all the way down.
His wife's favorite bit. Reading names.
It's lots
all the way down. Yeah, I got it.
The sixth lot fell to Mijamin.
Mm-hmm.
The seventh lot fell to Hakaz. The eighth lot fell to Abijah. The ninth lot fell to Jeshua. The 10th lot fell to Jeconiah. The 11th lot fell to Eliashib. The 12th lot fell to Jakim. The 13th lot fell to Huppah. The 14th lot fell to Jeshebeab. The 15th lot... Shut up. The 15th lot fell to Bilgah. The 16th lot fell to Immer. The 17th lot fell to Hazir. The 18th lot fell to Hapizes. The 19th lot fell to Pethahiah. The 20th lot fell to Jehezkel.
This is rough.
It's bad. The 21st lot fell to Jakin. The 22nd lot fell to Gamul. The 23rd lot fell to Delaya. The 24th lot fell to Messiah. That's it. Yay! Each group carried out its appointed duties. You said duties. In the house of the Lord, according to the procedures established by their ancestor Aaron, in obedience to the commands of the Lord, the God of Israel.
I'm assuming before they drew the lots, they assigned tasks to the lots that they were drawing, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll probably have to go through all the names again to be told.
Right, just to be
what
sure
the
that
jobs
we
were.
know what they were and what they're doing. Yeah.
Bullshit. These were the other family leaders descended from Levi. Ready?
I'm ready.
You put your head down.
Because I'm preparing for more names.
Oh, God help me. Give me strength. From the descendants of Amram, the leader was Shebuel. Hold
on. Just real quick here. Real quick.
Yes.
The chronicler lies and makes these stories up and embellishes how wonderful David is, right? And all this crap. And on top of that, he's boring as fuck.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't feel like this is fair.
No,
I feel like the chronicler sucks ass.
Yeah.
And I don't like him. I
don't
don't like the chronicler.
Yeah.
I think he's bullshit.
Yeah.
I agree. That's all. That's all I had to say.
Totally agree. From the descendants of Amram, the leader was Shebuel. From the descendants of Shebuel, the leader was Jedaiah. Fuck me. From the descendants of Rehabiah, the leader was Ishiah. From the descendants of Izhar, the leader was Shilomith. From the descendants of Shilomith, the leader was Jahath. From the descendants of Hebron, Jeriah was the leader, Amariah was second, Jehaziel was third, and Jechamiah was fourth. Mm-hmm. From the descendants of Uziel, the leader was Micah. From the descendants of Micah, the leader was Shamir, along with Ishiah, the brother of Micah. I'm getting through it. From the descendants of Ishiah, the leader was Zechariah. From the descendants of Merari, the leaders were Mali and Mushi. From the descendants of Josiah, the leader was Beno. From the descendants of Merari through Josiah, the leaders were Beno, Shoham, Zachir, and Ibri. From the descendants of Mali, the leader was Eleazar, though he had no sons. From the descendants of Kish, the leader was Jeremiel. From the descendants of Mushi, the leaders were Mali, Eder, and Jeremoth. These were the descendants of Levi and their various families. Like the descendants of Aaron, they were assigned to their duties by means of sacred lots. You said duties.
Yeah.
Without regard to age or rank.
Okay.
Lots were drawn in the princess. In the presence of King David, Zadok, Ahimelech, and the family leaders of the priests and the Levites. The end.
Oh, wow. That was rough. That was a rough chapter.
That was rough, you guys.
I mean, like, the only highlight was things we talked about that weren't the chapter.
The best part of this chapter was us.
Yeah. Yeah, right?
Yeah, I have nothing to add.
There was all names. It was just a bunch of shit. So
they drew lots. They sure did.
And
they sure as fuck did.
And Aaron's sons died.
Yeah, Remember that time when God was rude?
Right.
And he was a murdery son of a bitch?
Yeah. All right. Well, that was 1 Chronicles chapter 24.
Sure as fuck was.
And tomorrow we'll be back with
1 Chronicles chapter 25.
We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Okie dokie.
Hey, wife. I guess that's the end?
But husband, that's just sad.
It doesn't have to be. We are on lots of social media platforms like Twitter. Our handle there is sacrilegious_D.
For D's nuts.
Oh my God. Stop doing that. Anyway, we're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. There's a link to all of our social media sites at our website.
Ooh, we have a website?
Yeah, it's sacrilegiousdiscourse.com, where you can also find a link to our merch shop.
We have a merch shop?
Yep. We have podcast-themed clothing, mugs, notebooks, and more, as well as an atheist and science-themed products.
Wow, our fans should really go check that out right now.
Definitely. They can get in touch with us by sending an email to sacrilegiousdiscourse@gmail.com. But before they do that, we could really use some help.
Oh yeah? With what?
Well, it's not free running the podcast, and we need some financial support in order to get better equipment, which will free up time so we can concentrate on our podcast and our fans.
Okay, so what should they do?
Head over to patreon.com/sacrilegious discourse and sign up as a contributor on our podcast. Supporters there receive additional bi-weekly episodes that we record just for our Patreon members for as little as $2 a month.
Also, we'd really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe on whatever platform you're using.
And Apple Podcast reviews help us out tremendously.
Like and subscribe, leave an Apple review, join us on Twitter, support us on Patreon. That's a lot of instructions. Don't forget to say thanks.
Thanks.
Okay, bye.
I've gotten to see so many more shows than I normally would because of how quickly and easily I can get tickets through Today Tix. Today Tix has amazing prices for some of the best theater I've ever seen. They also have a huge cyber sale coming November 18th with savings of up to 50% off. See that show you've always wanted to see or discover something new that you'll love just as much for even less. Go to todaytix.com/todaytixnyc and use promo code TodayTixNYC to get $10 off your first Today Tix purchase. That's promo code TodayTixNYC at todaytix.com/todaytixnyc for an additional $10 off your first ticket purchase.
Acast powers the world's best podcasts. Here's a show that we recommend.
Hey friends, it's Mark Bittman, host of Food. If you haven't listened yet, we talk about recipes, of course, and a lot about cooking, but also about injustices in the food system and how America's food policy is moving both forward and backwards. We had climate expert, genius, and all-around great guy Bill McKibben, hilarious writers Samantha Irby and Lindy West, and legendary Gullah Geechee cook Emily Megan. We've got much more in store for you. Fantastic guests like Alice Waters, Dan Levy, Cory Booker. Plus our customary recipes and, starting soon, commentary or, depending on the day, rants. Please check us out. I'm sure you'll like the podcast. Thanks.
Acast helps creators launch, grow, and monetize their podcasts everywhere. Acast.com.